So PENBOY is a Cameroonian spoken word poet and activist who uses poetry as a tool for social commentary and activism, particularly addressing issues faced by Anglophone communities and marginalized groups known for powerful evocative performances. He is the recipient of awards like the World Bank Youth Act on Education Poetry Contest and Big Name, and he's also named as a Goethe Découverte laureate through his poetry. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know the world is in chaos. While bodies are left to rot, some of the living are planning a riot, but we are here. We are here for the rhythm, we are here for the words, we are here for poetry, because tonight, with words, we are healing the world. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite PENBOY on stage for beginning our night, and after he will join us for a discussion with him. Thank you everyone, and please a hand of applause for PENBOY. Wherever you are, please proceed to the stage. Thank you. Woo!
My dark skin is the safest place where my soul finds refuge. Look into my eyes, you can tell we've been dead, now we're living. Feel my pulses beat. You can tell we've been changed, now we breathe freedom. I am the boy from the mountains of Cameroon, and today my voice whispers chants. Chants of Utukufu. The glory of Africa. Place where my soul finds refuge. Look into my eyes, you can tell we've been dead, now we're living. Feel my pulses beat. You can tell we've been changed, now we bring freedom. I am the boy from the mountains of Cameroon, and today my voice whispers chants. Chants. Chants of Utukufu, the glory of Africa. We are not Africans because of the color of our eyes. We are Africans because our birth is ushered by a lion's roar. We are not Africans because of the color of our skin. We are Africans because our birth is ushered by a lion's roar. We are Africans because we can understand the language of nature. Beneath this thick black skin are pages of history books still to be read. Have we soon forgotten? Forgotten how our ancestors stood by the oceans, watching boats float away with our brothers and sisters. Some were chased, caned and maimed like cattle being made ready for the slaughter. Have we soon forgotten? Day in, day out, they cried out loud, turning their pains into tattoos, songs, travel mats and dances. Have we soon forgotten? And if we haven't forgotten, then how did we get here? How did we become the same swords upon which our brothers, sisters now die upon? How did we become our own prison? It is true. We cannot forget those black men whose tears watered the streets of the Americas. We cannot forget those black women whose wombs still bear wounds of colonial torture. We cannot forget those black children who still hit their every pain in every stripe of their dreadlocks. But if there is something we must do, we must learn to chant the songs. Hit the drums of our glorious present. The glory of Africa. Some say Africa is a home for maniacs and savages, a dumping ground for slaves and garbages, a place full of broken dreams and damages bird. The Africa I chose to see is like an ocean. It might be dangerous from its waves, but the beauty of its nature hides in its bosoms. The Africa I chose to see is like a giant, a colossal image of strong black men and women in all conviction. The Africa I chose to see is strong. You can feel the pounding of our strength in our waterfalls and the sweet smell of our victories sprouting from every lily flower. The Africa I chose to see is like heaven, where gods walk the earth. That's why the globe freezes when Africa sneezes. I am a little black boy and I am proud. Proud of my skin color, my accent, my history, my tribe and maths. My dark skin is the safest place where my soul finds refuge. Look into my eyes, you can tell we've been dead, now we're living. Feel my pulses beat, you can tell we've been changed, now we breathe freedom. I am the boy, the man from the mountains of Cameroon, and today my voice whispers chants. 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 Of utukufu, the glory of Africa. Hello, Tanzania. How are we doing today? How are we doing today? Are we feeling all right? All right. Let's go. Origins. Universe. The universe. The universe. It is tough out here. We are losing our minds in this circus called life. We've become clowns, dancing to the amusement of God and the devil. Tears are drowning away our faces. Streets painted red with our blood, our sleeves drenched in filth. We are out in the darkness, chasing bags and dreams instead of sleep. Walking the night without lamps to light our path. Falling in the way of humankind, unconsciously hurting people and watching others consciously hurt us. Families turn their backs on us. We lose faith in everything. Things that once kept our pieces together: religion, God, righteousness, truth. And as our despair keeps rising without a fall, we only lose faith in gravity. What's to be done? What's to be done with all these fading colors, broken hearts, and fading bridges? We've learned to dress naked because no one really pays attention to us beneath these cheap fabrics. The tattoos and piercings on our bodies is how we fight rejection to feel valuable and to keep trace of our origins. How do we better our lives? How do we better our lives without every bartender memorizing our names? How do we better our lives without every graveyard trying to seduce us unearnestly? How do we fit into this constantly changing universe without constantly being reminded that we are born into rejection? Or broken homes with no strings of hopes, dear universe. It's tough out here. We are losing our minds in the circus called life. We've become clowns, dancing to the amusement of God and the devil. Tears are drowning away our faces. Streets painted red with our blood, our sleeves drenched in filth, our bodies sinking in pools and streets and pools and streets and pools and streets and pools and streets of hopelessness. How many people know about Cameroon here? How many people? Just I can see just 2 hands. All right. When I was at the airport, when I was traveling into Tanzania, the immigration officer was surprised to hear me speak English. So Cameroon, most people know Cameroon to be a French-speaking country, because we had of course two colonial masters. We had France and we had Britain. And I come from the 2 regions that make up the 10 regions of Cameroon. So in Cameroon we have 8 regions which are French-speaking, and we have 2 regions which are English-speaking, and I'm from the English side of Cameroon. And for the past 8 years, these 2 English-speaking regions have been in crisis, serious crisis. I don't know what the states did with Cameroon, but they didn't merge, they have not really succeeded in integrating both systems effectively. So in Cameroon, since you have 2 different systems, you have the French, the Anglophone system and the Francophone system, our education is different. For example, I live in Boya. I cannot travel to Boya and go to Yaoundé for school, for example, because we have 2 different systems. I cannot have a court case and I go to the Francophone regions to, have my case there, because we have 2 judicial systems. So the country is a little bit complicated. So it's like 2 different countries, but it's governed like one. And we've been in crisis for a really long time now, since 2016. And our elites, the Anglophone elites, have been struggling to form an independent state. So they want these 2 English-speaking regions to become an independent state. It started with small strikes, small online campaigns, but it later deteriorated into a serious armed conflict. As I talk to you right now, these 2 regions have been in serious lockdown since September. So children don't go to school, people are home. If you go outside, you might be confronted with either secessionist fighters or government forces. So every day we stay home from Monday to Friday. We are indoors, and on weekends they give us holidays. We go out, eat, relax, greet our lovers, then come back on lockdown again. So this is what has been happening. If you just Google it, Anglophone crisis, you're going to see a lot of people have died. Children have been burnt alive. We get up some days to see heads on spikes and things. So it's a terrible thing. And it's quite unfortunate for us that we have a very peculiar history from the other African countries. Cameroon is the only African country where, how Africans believe in ancestors, right? Like we pay allegiance to our ancestors. Cameroon still has its ancestors ruling us. So we don't have any ancestors we pray to, because our ancestors are still very well alive in government houses. So our head of state is 92 years old, and he has been ruling the country for 42 years. He's currently the oldest head of state in the world right now, and he's the longest serving leader in the world right now. And he's running, we have elections this weekend. He's running again for another 7 years term. People don't realize how bad it is. 93 years old, he's 93. It means he's older than the internet. Yeah. He's older than the internet. He's older than the atomic bomb. He's older than space travel. I've always loved Julius Nyerere, for example. He's a founding father. I'm a big fan of Pan-Africans. He's a founding father of Tanzania. In Cameroon, our founding fathers are still with us. Like, they are still with us in government. So we don't have founding fathers yet. They are still there, ruling us. It's quite unfortunate. And so this particular poem I'm about to perform is titled Survivor. It gives a summary of what we've been going through, we the Anglophone people have been going through in Cameroon. And as an artist, every time I have the opportunity to travel, perform before a strange audience, I carry the voice, I become the voice of the Anglophone people in Cameroon and marginalized groups around the world. Nobody deserves to, go through the things that we're going because of their history, because of their cultures, because of the language they speak and all that. Survivor. miss the peace that comes with standing by the ocean. Watching the breeze cleanse my spirit and wash my sunbathed feet. I miss the serenity. The serenity that comes with watching elders seated beneath big trees, breaking kola nuts and sharing words of wisdom. Today, we no longer break collars. Rather, we share pieces of cigarettes with fellow inmates, fellow criminals, captured for no crimes. People that picking them way come out for go protest. People that picking them way come out for go fight. People that picking them way come out for go cry. This is how it all started. At the sight of dusk, there was a mad race for survival. I saw children, fathers, uncles march in agony. I saw them march beneath the rains. I saw them march beneath the sun. I heard them echo freedom. I heard them echo justice. I heard them echo equality. I saw it. I saw it. I saw thunderous rains of pride pour upon the souls of men. The laments of the youth widows became nothing but feathers for an old man's armpit. They laughed. They sat in Yaoundé and laughed and mocked and laughed and mocked at our pain. I saw it. I saw trees bearing arrogance, and there was a mad rush for harvest. The hearts of men slowly turned to rocks. Consciences grew wings and fled away. The gods were no longer at ease. No man to keep them at peace, so they sank into earth. And I heard the drummers drum warnings, and the trumpets of war were blown. I saw it. The most hideous things my eyes have ever seen. I saw children pick up fire sticks. The Takumbang dance naked on our streets. The Malay dance steps will change from steps of love to steps of ambush. More anger in their voice, no reason in their choice, just war. Just war. And it soon came to pass. I saw heads roll on our streets, red as berries. Every day we crawled out in fear, seeking shelter from bullets and bombs. As young as I was, I had seen more blood than the drunkard had seen wine. Every twilight, I stood gazing through my window, wondering how my mother would soon become a widow, or perhaps me an orphan. I cried, and today I still cry and ask myself, why? Why? It's always us. It's us, the grass, who suffer when elephants wrestle. It's the ignorant who pay for the mistakes of the learned. It's the rich, the poor who pay for the crimes of the rich. It's always us, the children, who have to pay for the crimes of our fathers and mothers. Shall we keep on living this way? We are not children of a lesser people. We just want a place to call home. Home is where we can speak without prejudice, raise our voices against injustice, rise up, shut down streets and beer parlors without fear of being shot to the head like dogs. My soul rebels against a system that teaches man how to survive and die. We don't just want to survive. We want to live. We don't just want to survive. We want to live. Je vois les silhouettes. Je vois les silhouettes. I see silhouettes. I see shadows. I see silhouettes. I see shadows. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, who's proud to be African? Yeah, as I said, I'm in one of my favorite African countries. I'm a big fan of Pan-African leaders, and I see this place as the birthplace of Pan-Africanism. You know, the Golden Institute was kind enough to offer me a tour guide, and yesterday, I had a privilege to visit some really historical sites here in Tanzania. And I was honored to visit. I've forgotten the name of the restaurant, but I started in the same restaurant where Julius Nyerere and many other Pan-Africans once sat for a meeting, and I was honored. It felt, I cannot really explain what that meant to me, but it felt alive. So this poem is for Africans. I don't know, most of you don't hear French. It's partly in French and English, but then art is connection, right? So if you don't hear the words, we'll connect. Right.
Ils nous ont découpés, ils nous ont découpés, ils nous ont découpés comme des gâteaux. Ils nous ont découpés, ils nous ont découpés, ils nous ont découpés comme du gâteau. Ils nous ont découpés, ils nous ont découpés, ils nous ont découpés comme du gâteau.
Et c'est comme ça que tout a commencé. Le respect, les coutumes, l'indépendance sont partis. Africa, berceau de l'humanité. Ils nous ont découpés comme du gâteau, comme des bœufs. Ça demandait aux Africains, mais qui sont des Africains? Pour eux, c'était juste des singes, des gens sans importance. Ils nous appelaient le continent obscur. Mais en vrai, Afrique était une terre belle, une terre riche. Ils nous appelaient des sauvages. Mais tout le monde, la France, la Belgique, ils voulaient nos richesses. À Berlin, ils ont découpé l'Afrique. In Berlin, they divided Africa. Ils ont créé des pays, la terre de nos ancêtres, notre héritage. Et maintenant, nos frères et sœurs deviennent des étrangers. From Congo to Togo, from Namibia to Zambia, from Cameroon to Tanzania, we become strangers. On mange les repas, on boit les vins, on porte les habits, on parle les langues. Me faisons un moué, me faisons un Swahili, me faisons un moué, me faisons un Yoruba, me faisons un Igbo. Is this the same soil? Is this the same soil where humanity first kissed the earth? Where great men ruled over all lands, from rivers to trees, from beasts to birds. Mansa Musa, Julius Nyerere, Thomas Sankara, Emperor Selassie, we remember them. We remember their names from stories told by our grandmothers around campfires and the ones who came before them. Is this the same soil? Is this the same soil where the sun first kissed the earth and the coffee leaves blush in acknowledgement? Where the ground once bled oceans of gold and adornment for queens and a marvel for strangers? Where the moon and the stars once whispered to children and women gentle songs of love and divinity? But just look at us now. Our skin now laid bare, rotten in the sun. Tales of your struggles, lost in imperial rules, slavery and civil wars. But we are a people. We can only bend, but not be broken. We can only fade, but not be erased. We are a people who do not bend, kneel, or submit to the will of our destitute. Because we are Africa. We are Africa. We are Africa. Ils nous ont découpés.
Ils nous ont découpés. Ils nous ont découpés. Ils nous ont découpés comme du gâteau. Ils nous ont découpés. Ils nous ont découpés comme du gâteau. Ils nous ont découpés. Ils nous ont découpés. Ils nous ont découpés comme du gâteau. Ils nous ont découpés. Ils nous ont découpés.
hope the French was easy. Was the French easy? At that time, I'm hearing we nice. Are there Tanzanians who speak like really good French? Is it a common language here?
No.
No. Désolé. So we are sort of now. I feel happy to have been colonized by France. I have one extra language in my. At least I know something you don't know. I know French. Crazy world. Too many prolific poets with nothing to write. Too many gifted painters with nothing to paint. Too many good singers with nothing to sing. Too many good actors with nothing to act. Too many good scholars with nowhere or nothing to do. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world. Men are so loud, they're saying nothing. People pretend to hear you, but deep down, no one is listening. Love is hard to find like peace in a broken heart. Men find for female in hurting and breaking each other. Stone cold. Men have become stone cold, selling and betraying each other for pieces of gold. What's human life as compared to land titles, cars, houses? Fame has ruined beautiful art. We only sing to glorify the devil, money and women. We flood the media with naked victims, abusive men and dirty sex. Hip-hop singers and rappers have normalized drugs. A baby now knows how to light a cigarette even before he is born. Funerals are better than marriages, I'm sorry. Beautifully crafted and celebrated nightmares by two lost persons, hoping to find their ways in relationships that never last for more than a year. Not like funerals are in any way better. Relatives wait till you die from starvation and stagnation for them to raise huge bills, print your face on banners, slaughter cows, just to give you a flamboyant burial. For what? Do the dead smell roses? I don't know about Tanzania, but I know dead people don't smell roses in Cameroon. Education. Education, they say, is the key to unlock the prisons called poverty. But how do we free ourselves from this prison when education has become so expensive to afford? We're only not going to ghetto schools, when the only thing we learn is how to endure ourselves from fight, endure terrible schooling conditions, listen to bitter and angry teachers who never planned to be teachers in the first place. The church. I'm sorry. The church is becoming a lucrative business. I see how clergymen are purchasing new sport cars and new sport shoes from the pockets of the poor congregation, threatening us with messages of hell, then selling us salvation in the form of tithes and offerings. Political leaders are egoistic tyrants with bare heads that have nothing in sight. The only time they make sense are during campaign speeches, promising us roads and health care, but every day our roads don't care and our hospitals are empty with no facilities. Empathy. Where is our empathy? Humanity has been sold for immorality, crime, and deception. And before I go, I might hate the homosexuals. But the person I hate the most is a politician who stands on public TV, passes decrees against homosexuality, but back at his office, he collects sex from teenage young girls in order to give them jobs and services. So who are we deceiving? We judge others for sinning differently. We are all sinners in different shells. Too many beautiful faces with nothing to offer. Too many prolific poets with nothing to write. Too many gifted painters with nothing to paint. Too many good singers with nothing to sing. Too many good actors with nothing to act. Too many good actors. Good scholars with nowhere and nothing to do. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world.
It's a crazy world.
Too many prolific poets, nothing to write. Too many gifted painters, nothing to paint. Too many good actors, nothing to act. Too many good singers, nothing to sing. Too many good scholars with nowhere or nothing to do. It's a crazy world. Right. I learned that Tanzania has elections this month. Yeah. Most of the countries that I've traveled to this month, I don't know if it's a coincidence. All of them have elections. Cameroon has elections happening this weekend. Abidjan has elections. I was in Abidjan a few weeks ago. They equally have elections this October. Tanzania equally has elections. So this particular poem, I believe that I hate wars. I live in Anglophone regions. I've seen war. And I really think that if I had gone to my head to make a choice, I really hate wars. And one very challenging thing, I don't know about Tanzania, but one very challenging thing with Cameroon is that youths are not interested in elections. So this has given the ruling party power and power and power. Over 70% of the youths in my country don't vote. They're not interested in civic issues. Nobody is interested in knowing who is campaigning for what. People just want to make money, feed, and live. And this has given leaders, political powers. This has given ruling parties in Africa generally a lot of power, because youths who are supposed to be the voice are silent. So this is ballot box. I believe that we can make our voices heard through ballot boxes. So the title of this particular piece is Ballot Box. Bodies making rounds on BBC. Our butchered bodies making rounds on AP. Our butchered bodies making rounds on Equinox. Our butchered bodies making rounds on better things. We keep waiting for the praise that we end this war, that we end this pain. Our silence now burns like a flame running through our lungs like all kind of wax. I went to bed afraid and woke up prisoner. Guns on my head and pull the trigger. Shot my bro, all we had was his voice. Was it to be a not to be slaughtered? I went to bed afraid and woke up prisoner. Guns on my head and pull the trigger. I knew you shot my bro, all we had was his voice. Was it to be had? We've tried, endured, pushed hard against the wall, but right now we are tired. Tired of watching our hands curve in chains, our bodies trusted behind rusted steel bars as we desperately beg and scream for our own dear lives and our voices to be heard. What is democracy? I may not know, but I know democracy doesn't threaten, imprison, or pretends to be deaf. Democracy listens, liberates, allows us to embrace our thoughts, voices, and choices. Our economy is sitting on a wheelchair, and guess what else is limping? Our hopes in calling promises. This poem is a highway to liberation, and this time we are going to fight. Not the fight that chops off heads and tear down cities, not a fight that breaks bridges, but a fight that puts nowhere but in ballot boxes. Prisoner, 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 prisoner. I went to bed afraid and woke up prisoner. Guns on my head and pulled the trigger. I know you shot my bro, all he had was his voice. Was it to be and not to be slaughtered? I went to bed afraid and woke up prisoner. On my head and pull the tree. trigger. Shot my bro, only I was in his voice. Voice is so big, and of the stars. One more time. I went to bed and free my woke up prisoner. Guns on my head and pulled the trigger. And you shot my bro, only I was in his voice. Voice is so big, and of the stars. Let's go. I went to bed and free my woke up prisoner. Guns on my head and pulled the trigger. I know you shot my bro, only I was in his voice. Voice is so big, and of the stars. 10 years and counting.
10 years and counting.
Was still fighting.
Why still fighting?
10 years and counting.
10 years and counting.
Was still screaming.
Why still screaming?
Our butchered bodies making rounds on BBC. Our butchered bodies making rounds on AP. Our butchered bodies making rounds on Equinox. Our butchered bodies making rounds on better things. We creep, waiting for tickers. That we end this war, that we end this play. Our silence now burns like a flame, burning through our lungs like a candle wax. I went to bed and free my walk a prisoner. Oh, we're having a great time. Are we having a great time? All right. So this is my last poem. So we've done a lot of Africa, we've done a lot of nationalism, we've done a lot of rebellion and things to make people cry. Now let's talk about something everybody can relate to. Let's talk about love. I don't know the situation of love in Tanzania. I don't know the situation of love. I don't know if it's easier to find love here than in Cameroon. But in Cameroon, it's really difficult to find love and really expensive to find. Let's do something about love. Love was just a facade and there was something more. Something deep and true, something strong and profound. And this pain is because we have hearts made of flesh and not iron. We have hearts made of flesh and not steel. We have hearts made of flesh and not titanium. Some say love is like a quest that leaves nothing but wounds and bruises on the chest. A quest meant for the strong arms and strong hearts. A quest that drenches us the last of our hopes and plunges us in floods of endless despair. Others say love is like a nightmare, you know? The kind of nightmare that walks into our sleep unannounced, robs us of a peace that once lived rent-free inside our heads. Others say love is like an abyss, an endless pit of empty wine bottles and half-smoked cigarette butts, where we fall to the cheering hands of our own mistakes, wrong choices, and sometimes to the sinister laughter of the same persons who once gave the keys of our hearts to. Others say love is like a bad business, the kind of enterprise where you sold more for less, where sowing your time, your heart, your trust, and when it's time to rip, you walk around the streets with tear-soaked eyes, tear-soaked clothes, picking broken patches of your heart from the floor. But what if they were wrong? What if this dark story about love was just a facade and there was something more, something deep and true, something strong and profound? And this pain is because we have hearts made of flesh and not iron, hearts made of flesh and not steel, hearts made of flesh and not titanium. Let me see them today. Who has been in love? Now everybody is refusing. But we know those text messages you send at night. Alright. Have you ever been in love? Being addicted to someone so much so that your skin grows pale and the thought of losing them. You just wish you could sniff them like cocaine every year, every month, every hour, every minute, every day, every second, every moment you could fit on. Have you ever been in love? The feeling of having your heart on pause, on standstill at the side of one person who makes your heart skip a beat. Two souls dancing to the same music, played by rhythmical kisses, shared on blessed altars of littered candles and rose petals. Have you ever been in love? The feeling of traveling the world in the arms of someone. A lifetime trip where everything sends a tornado of emotions running down your spine. Their touch, their stare, their eyes, their caress. You become vulnerable to someone, needing their embrace when the 3 a.m. code strikes. So, what if they were wrong? What if this dark story is not about love or just a facade and there was something more, something deep and true, something strong and profound, and this pain? This pain is because we have hearts made of flesh and not iron, hearts made of flesh and not steel, hearts made of flesh and not titanium. Ladies and gentlemen, in the end, we all desire to be somebody's someone. We all pray to be somebody's prayer point because love is like that missing piece in this puzzle called life. Love is like a warm fireplace in cold August nights. Love is like a tender flower shoot in barren lands, and no matter how difficult life gets, we all deserve to spend the rest of our lives in the arms of someone whose smile unfolds our bodies. We all deserve to spend the rest of our lives in the arms of someone who is willing to look at us into the eyes and say, in sickness and health, in poverty and wealth, I want to spend the rest of my days waking up to the gaze of your eyes. So, what if they were wrong? What if this dark story about love was just a facade and there was something more, something deep and true, something strong and profound? And this pain is because we have hearts made of flesh and not iron, hearts made of flesh and not steel, hearts made of flesh and not titanium. Let's go.
Kindege, kukuwaza, kindege. Kindege, kukuwaza, kindege. Nami nifanyeje? Kijana mwenzio, nashindwa na mali sina we. Ningekuoa malaika. Nashindwa na mali sina we. Ningekuoa malaika.
So we're about to switch things up, We're about to switch things up. So if you're putting on your dancing shoes and you're beside someone you love, or if they're not here, you can send them a message. Let's do a little bit of compa. Now this is the ending, right? We don't have no more poems to perform. Don't bouge un peu. In French, I say, on bouge un peu. Let's shake a little bit. Is that okay? Is that fine? Great. To the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. On the sun, 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 on the sun. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Make some noise! Ladies and gentlemen, my name is PENBOY. That's my stage name. But my real Cameroonian names, Talembo, Boris, Alemge. Yes, we're going to stick with PENBOY. And I was there on stage with
Johnny Walker, who's color?
Louise.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your hospitality. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. I'm very, very grateful. And I want to use this opportunity to thank the Great Institute for this particular project, for making it possible for me to be in Tanzania. I've had a really good time here. Tanzanians are really hospitable, by the way. Like extremely hospitable. I was shocked when I went down to the streets, met people, discussed with people. I realized that people don't have problems. If you go to my country and you walk around the streets of Yaoundé, you don't need to talk to more than two persons to realize that the country has problems. Like people are angry, people are sad. You know what it means to have just two presidents since 1990 something. We have just two head of states. So people are really angry. So I'm happy to be here. I feel really at home. Thank you very much. Official on all social media platforms. So those who want to check me out: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and all the social media platforms I don't even know whether exist or not. I'm there. PENBOY Official. PENBOY is one word. Thank you very much.